88.6, Plenty Valley FM, and on the line from Crimestoppers is Alex. Alex, welcome back.
Thank you. I've got our three wanteds for this week. Our first wanted is Jack Collins. Collins is wanted for contravening a community corrections order. The 33-year-old is described as 188 centimetres tall with a solid build. He has brown eyes, black hair and a fair complexion. One warrant has been issued for his arrest, and Collins is known to frequent the Essendon and Glenroy areas. Our second wanted for this week is Millicent Sanderson. Sanderson is wanted by police for failing to answer bail, threatening to inflict serious injury and theft. The 19-year-old is described as 183 centimetres tall with a medium build. She has blue eyes, brown hair and a fair complexion. 18 warrants have been issued for her arrest, and she's known to frequent the Halls Gap area. Our third wanted for this week is Alison Burns. Burns is wanted by police for failing to answer bail, theft of a motor vehicle and burglary. The 36-year-old is described as 160 centimetres tall with a medium build. She has blue eyes, brown hair and a fair complexion. 14 warrants have been issued for her arrest, and Burns is known to frequent the Balwyn area. Images of all of these wanted people and many more can be found on the Crimestoppers Victoria website, which is crimestoppersvic.com.au. You can also submit an anonymous report online or by calling 1800 333 000.
Fantastic. And our scam of the week involves the social media ban?
Yeah, so following the ban on social media for all Australians under the age of 16, scammers are now targeting Australians to access their personal data. So the goal of the scam is to trick people into clicking links or handing over sensitive information, allowing them to commit identity theft. So you may get a text or email as a scam with messages pretending to be from Facebook or Instagram, and it's going to be urging you to verify your age by clicking a link and uploading your ID. So to avoid this scam, you want to never upload your ID to a website or an app unless you're 100% sure that it's real. And the new law does not require you to provide ID for social media anyway, so just be cautious of that. And just be wary of emails, texts or messages asking to verify your age or update your account. And if in doubt, just go directly to the official website and don't click on the links in the messages. And just doing things like keeping your devices secure, so using strong passwords, using two-factor authentication, and keeping your software up to date. And if you think you have been scammed, you can report that scam to Crimestoppers.
Okay, and we're also talking about some boating safety.
Yeah, so with the warm weather this January, people are out on the water on their boats, and everyone does have a responsibility to keep themselves, their passengers and the waterway safe. So there's just a few safety tips that we can follow. So before going out, you want to prepare your launch and know the conditions that you're heading into. Check the weather forecast, the tide, the wind, because even a calm morning can still turn into a choppy afternoon. And inspect your vessel and make sure you have fuel, an anchor, a waterproof torch, because if you don't have these things and you get pulled over, you can get fined. And make sure that the safety equipment required is on board. So things like approved life jackets in the right sizes for everyone on board, a marine radio for coastal or offshore trips, flares if travelling more than 2 nautical miles from shore, and a fire extinguisher if you have a gas stove. And in Victoria, it is mandatory to wear a life jacket, and with children under 12, they must be wearing a life jacket at all times. And every captain has responsibilities as well. So if you're operating a vessel, you always want to be keeping a proper lookout and travelling at safe speeds, so not speeding and being dangerous and unsafe, especially near other boats, swimmers and the mariners. And also not drinking while in charge of a vessel. So the same limits apply for when we're driving. So it's a 0.05 BAC for adults. And for under 21s and learners, it's a 0.00 BAC. So just make sure you're not overdoing it with the drinking. And if you are operating a powered vessel capable of more than 10 knots, you must have a valid marine licence. So this applies to recreational powerboats and to anyone aged 16 or older. As well as operating a jet ski or similar personal watercraft, you have to have a marine licence, and if you don't and you get pulled over, you will be fined. And these requirements exist to ensure that anyone handling a powerful vessel is trained, capable and prepared to operate safely on Victoria's waterways. So there's just a couple things we can do to be safe this summer, knowing the rules, respecting the conditions and staying prepared and keeping that life jacket on.
All right, thanks, Alex. We'll catch you next week.
Thank you. I'll speak to you then.
Happy boating.